friends, thanks for tuning in today. It's Casey Ashmore here in the studio. I'm going to talk a little bit about arbitration. Before I jump into this video series, I want to visit with you about, the COVID pandemic. We're obviously just as concerned as many of you are that so many of our friends, colleagues, neighbors, friends around the world, their economies are have been upended and turned out on their ear. And West Texas crude negative for the first time in history, I think. Oil industry grinding to a halt. People aren't driving. Restaurants, people are furloughed. Now they're back at 25%, but only in certain places. And it's just been very tough. And we're sending our prayers and our hearts to all of you, hoping that the economy and your personal economy recovers quickly, and that in this new normal, we can all find some stability. We're going to keep lifting each other up. I want to talk today about arbitration. This is going to be a short video series on what arbitration is. It is often confused with mediation, which is different. Mediation is an informal settlement conference that is usually part of a lawsuit. It's alternative dispute resolution. ADR is the nickname, but it is when parties in a lawsuit, husbands and wives, business owners, employees and employers, and they're marching along towards jury trial, the court will often, as a part of that lawsuit, order the parties to try to resolve their differences in a mediation. This is a different thing than an arbitration. An arbitration is a completely separate replacement for the litigation process. In other words, it's a private litigation scenario whereby you're paying an arbitration association, or if it's not, doesn't require going through some nonprofit association that manages arbitration, you hire an independent lawyer or tribunal, a 3 or more panel of attorneys who have certain criteria and certain experience. Usually they got to be in the practice of law for more than 30 years, have been former judges or something along those lines, to get a lot of experience in trying complex cases or deciding and ruling in complex cases, such that they're fit to serve as essentially a private judge in an arbitration proceeding. The arbitration proceeding is completely private. In other words, you don't file anything down at the courthouse. You open a claim for arbitration, and then you proceed through according to certain rules. And what's good about that is it can be faster, and what's bad about that is it can be more costly. So I'm going to jump into that in the next segment on arbitration, and I'm going to also talk a little bit more about what the difference between arbitration and mediation is. Thank you again for watching. We're back here in the studio this week. Looking forward to getting on the road soon as things start to loosen up in our new normal. Please like, subscribe, and share. Leave me a comment or question. I'll reply to it in a subsequent video segment or in a direct message back to you on any video social media platform you may be watching this series on. Thank you again. And next segment will be more on arbitration and the difference between arbitration and mediation. See you guys in the studio real soon.